our absolute future, because if we don't have bees and other pollinators, we won't have a planet. We're in the middle of a climate and ecological crisis, and although there's a lot of focus about carbon, the ecological side of that crisis is just as important. And the loss of species, the loss of biodiversity, the loss of nature is something that we've got to fight back on. And I want to make sure that we are doing our bit as a city and as a region to protect bees and other pollinators. And that's why I'm a supporter of Pollenize. They're doing a great job. They're communicating why bees matter and how people who aren't beekeepers can make a difference and support the recovery of these essential pollinators. We're really lucky in Plymouth that we have a very green city. We've got more of our city under canopy, so with tree cover, than any major city our size, and we've got green spaces everywhere. We need to be restoring biodiversity. We've got to have a joined up partnership between business, between the local council, between the public and groups like Pollenize to really promote what people can do. The problem is it's sometimes quite hard to know what that looks like. Investing and supporting organisations like Pollenize is a great way of doing it. It's backing positive action right in the heart of their community. Nature's really important, especially after the pandemic. We've all understood the value of green spaces. Whether your green space is a small window box or you're lucky enough to have a garden, we need to make the most of it, and that means protecting our biodiversity, investing in it, and celebrating birds, bees, insects, little mammals right across our city. We're really fortunate, so let's make the most of them. Well, my family keep bees on their farm, and seeing all the bees working so very hard, it's incredible. The organisation, the focus that they all have, but also it's amazing seeing what nature can produce. I think part of the challenge that we've got as a region is how do we celebrate that more? How do we recognise it? How do we protect it? How do we make sure that we're not inadvertently destroying more of it? And how do we make sure that when we are trying to do stuff that makes a difference, it actually achieves that boost in biodiversity, that real nature recovery that we want? And being able to support local beekeeping is absolutely fantastic because it's something that people can get involved in. Not everyone has a beekeeping suit in their wardrobe necessarily, but organisations like Pollenize make that more accessible for people, and I can't wait to give it a go. As a country, we've lost 35 species of bees. We all love bees. I bloody love bees. I'll make a big case of this in Parliament. But that means that we need to be setting the policy environment to support the good work of organisations like Pollenize. And I can do that as a Member of Parliament, but you can do that as a member of the public by becoming a supporter of Pollenize, by planting wildflower seeds in your garden or your window box, and getting involved with local groups that protect the green spaces that we have in our city to make sure they're biodiverse, to make sure they're rich in different plants, different flowers, which are not only good for bees and other pollinators, other insects, mammals and birds as well, but supports us. Because what we find is if it's good for nature, it's good for human beings as well.